morning and welcome to yet another exciting edition of YouthX Live, brought to you by Nedbank. My name is Pamela Mtanga and I am your host. I'm honored to be a part of such an innovative initiative like YouthX, which is aimed at circumventing the issue of youth unemployment and giving power to the youth by equipping you with all the resources you need to unlock your full potential. When like-minded people unite, great stories are shared, knowledge is imparted, and inspiration is derived. People from different walks of life were changemakers in their own right and all handpicked by Nedbank to bring you this Power Panel.
And hosting us this morning. Really great having you. So should it mention, it is a power panel indeed, and I'd like to introduce the ladies. To my right, we've got Wendy Selebe, who is the head of financial education at Nedbank. We've got Candace Chira, who is our change maker in the social good and sustainability space. And of course, we have Lerai Rakoditse, who's also our change maker, giving us a big wave there. So we are hoping to make this conversation as interactive as possible. If you have any questions, you can start thinking about them now and then powering them right through for that Q&A session that we'll get into a little bit later on. But ladies, because we want to make this as interactive and engaging as possible for our viewers, please feel free to comment on each other's points, whether you agree or disagree, and perhaps we can walk away learning from each other, and that is the space we do want to create over here. Wendy, I'm going to start off with you. I mean, I was listening to some of the points that you were mentioning, and I'm curious to know, when did your journey start as somebody in the financial education space? I mean, how did you know that this is it for me?
So, my journey started really when I was doing the work that I do at Nedbank. So today what I did was to lay the foundation, to say it starts first with a purpose and a vision, and then you can build on it.
We'll come back to that topic around, the honest conversations that we should be having with our parents around how we view money and our relationships with money. But Candace, let me come to you. I mean, you're in an interesting space where you're doing social good, sustainability, and you're doing really well. And with so many community issues that are out there, what is it about that space where you are looking at menstruation that stuck it with you and said, this is the one that I want to try and solve?
I think it's through my love of reading, reading and researching and just constantly reading issues that directly affect me. But I found that obviously I come from a very privileged space, so what can I do to give back to those who aren't privileged?
Laura, your bio I find absolutely interesting. So the Instagram bio, and you can follow her on Instagram. I'm sure we're going to have those social media handles out there. Obviously following Mum Wendy as well, who is... So, let's go to your Instagram bio. It reads, using my influence to drive impact and change. Break that down for me. What does that mean and how are you doing it?
Well, I love the running theme for today, which is really vision and purpose, and everything that I do. A lot of people tell me, wow, you're so young and you do so much. And I think the basis and the foundation of everything that makes me who I am is my purpose.
Mum Wendy was talking about the things we didn't talk about as kids. I mean, menstruation was one, a taboo subject. As a woman, you go through various changes, and a lot of these changes are new to you, but you don't know how to have that open conversation with a parent about it. But the other things that we don't have open conversations with is money. And what happens in the household, how the money comes in, how it's been spent. Because you're a kid. You're in your teens, you're going through life and various things, but you don't know how things are happening. Let's talk about you, Candace, and your upbringing. Was the topic of money something that was spoken about openly? And when did you start having those honest questions or conversations about it?
I think money was seen as this scary entity that, you always have to have it, and if you don't have it, then the world is ending, and never really seeing it as a catalyst for change.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's really been an amazing conversation. Thank you so much. Of course, to my right, Wendy Selebe, we have Lerai Rakoditse. I did not want to butcher your name.
You didn't.
I didn't. And then, of course, Candace Chira sharing their story. And thank you so much once again. Now I'm going to pass on the baton to our beautiful MC who's been doing a fantastic job hosting us this morning. Over to you, Pam.
Thank you so much, ladies. It was indeed a power panel. It was a girl power panel.